This is Answer Meditation, and you're tuning into Sandy Daily.
Natural beauty.
The original 3 C's, the Black Carrie Bradshaw.
Listen.
You want the gossip? You want the information? The news? The real talk?
You sexy baby.
You are now tuning into the Daily Grind with me, Sandy Daly. Let's go, baby.
My word, I feel like I haven't been here for a long time.
You are now
I
tuning
think
into
I
the
haven't
Daily
been here
Grind
for a
with
long
me,
time.
Sandy
When
Daly.
did the summer
Let's go,
end?
baby.
Many things happened, right? The summer ended. What else? The kids went back to school. My son went back to school. Work just started ever so much. And of course, here we are. So I welcome you to the show today. And of course, today we have some big guests. When is it that I don't have big guests? Of course, I have today Mr. Kurt Davis, who's the Consul General of Jamaica at Toronto. And of course, I do have Mr. Duane Stephenson. Tell me that I don't have big folks. Big folks that show up today. Now, Mr. Davis, I saw him shaking a leg or two at the Reggae North Awards. I'm not sure if his leg has actually stopped shaking because he and his wife were dancing. Tell me that is nice. But of course, the Reggae North Music Awards happens on the weekend at the Rose Theater in Brampton, put on by Reggae North Radio, of course, the station that I am on from 1 until 4 every Monday and Tuesday. And it was a great time. It was just nice to see the folks that we love in reggae music, the folks that we honor, the folks that have paved the way, and the up and coming ones. So it was just a great event. And thank you to Mr. Tony Anthony. And of course, today I have as well, as I stated, Mr. Kurt Davis, he was there. He was an official, but I'm telling you, he didn't look up. He was having a good time. He was having a good time with his wife, and it was nice to see. So I do have him here on the show today, as well as Mr. Stevenson. So I want to ask Mr. Davis, did you stop dancing yet? Because when I saw you, you were shaking a leg with the wife, which is good.
Well, we were having a fantastic time. It was so good to be at Reggae North Music Awards, celebrating the reggae from the Canadian market, and just showcasing how great it is to have music and culture as an industry and as a sector, and highlighting these artists. It was so wonderful. I really felt reggae from the Canadian market. And
of course, and it showed because as I stated, all the folks that were there really had an opportunity to see where reggae started and how it began, and actually where it is right now. And it makes you feel very proud, does it not, to have been associated or be there at that time.
Definitely. And we had the 2 legendary awards which were given out, and I mean that was just really taking us back to those who had really plowed the field and put it out there, all the hard work, as you call it, the daily grind. So and it was so wonderful to do that part and to be there to present those 2 awards, and of course to have a fun time, because once the reggae music starts and the music starts to play,
you can't but dance and have a good time, right?
It was a good time with everybody who was there. Awards,
of course, and that was great. It was nice to see you and your wife there, sir. So we appreciate you coming out. Now, of course, a lot of folks, and I've stated and I've asked you this before, you do amazing work at the Consul General of Jamaica here in Toronto. Tell us a bit more about the role that you have in this situation.
Well, certainly one of the important reasons why we wanted to be there at the Reggae North Award is to make sure that we are staying connected and in touch with the community. And that is one of the mandates that we have at the consulate, to support our community, to be there for our diaspora, to look about the interests of our people, to make sure that we're making the progress that we want to make as Jamaicans in a new country. So that is one of the key responsibilities of the consulate, to ensure that we are looking out for the interests of our Jamaican people. And we do this in so many ways. The other thing that we also, of course, do is that is one of the responsibilities and promote the things that they are interested in, are looking out for the interests of our you have a lot of persons who are we do this in so many ways. The other thing that we also do, of course, so that is one of all of that part. We also help to put the things that they are trying to do front and center to the rest of the community, so that they can know what's going on and come out and support. And of course, from another perspective, we also have to represent Jamaica and drive the business and investment portfolio by getting businesses done in Jamaica and from Jamaica to here. So we do a lot of work on that front. But one of the primary roles, of course, that most people know us for is, giving the consular services that visas done in Jamaica and passports, registering their children for work on that front. All of those kind of the primary roles, of course, that most people know is in person, day to day, every day. Even the consular service every day at the consulate at Jamaica and passports, registering their children for work on
Right, and that's a good thing because, as I stated, I always saw your officer, and I'm like, what do they do? You know what I
We
mean?
weren't in there just having a party. We're in there hard at work for the Jamaican people and for people here in
Right, and
Toronto.
that's a good thing
And of
because,
course,
as I
the
stated,
consulate
I
here
always
is
saw
based
your
in
officer,
Toronto,
and
and
I'm
we
like, what
cover
do
the
they
wider
do?
Toronto area.
You know
So
what I
we
mean?
weren't in there just having a Hamilton, Niagara, a little bit outside of that too. And we go east out to Durham and all of those counties out there too. And we share the responsibility of Canada with the High Commission, which is in Ottawa. And they have responsibility for the rest of Canada. So essentially, everybody whose items and passports and everything is coming from Alberta, BC, Newfoundland and New Brunswick and whatnot, those are generally going to go to Ottawa of Canada. So those who are everybody whose items and passports, and we know that the majority of the Jamaicans, the 300,000 odd Jamaicans in Canada, those are generally going to go to Ottawa.
Right, and that's a good thing because what you're saying right now is all the things that we need to know, because as I stated, I have no shame in saying I always saw the office, I know of the office, I've known of the office, and I've always kind of said to myself, because I think I know about passports, but the intricacies of what it is that you guys do goes far beyond what it is that we're seeing. Tell us a bit more, other things and other areas that you cover.
And I just also wanted to flag that at our office as well, we do also house the offices of the Jamaica Tourist Board Regional Office for Canada. They're also located right there. And they are, of course, deeply involved in promoting Jamaica as a tourism destination, bigging up that market and increasing visitor numbers, working with the airlines and the carriers and the tour operators and the travel agents to get Jamaica sold for people to travel to Jamaica. So they are there. JAMPRO, which is a trading and investment promotion agency in Jamaica. I'm sure most people know, I've heard of JAMPRO. They also have an office on our location. And they are, of course, doing the trade and investment, promoting, getting big investors to go to Jamaica and big business to come from Jamaica. So all of us are there working together in our particular space. And of course, we also have the Jamaica Liaison Service, not on our building, but nearby on Shepherd. And they are the ones who manage the farm work program. All of us are there working. There are agencies of the government who are there. We all work together to ensure that Jamaica is getting visibility, positive image in this market, and that our Jamaican people are getting the best service from the country that is their home.
And you just touched on something that I'd like to ask you, if that's okay. The temporary workers program that the government has, decided to axe in some way. Will the farm workers program be affected by that? And you just
so this is a separate program, fortunately, because the seasonal agricultural workers program, that's the formal name of it. The farm workers program, which has been in existence for many years, 40 odd years, is actually under its own agreement that we have with Canada. Jamaica, Canada, and a number of the Caribbean countries have that with Canada. And that is a much more guaranteed program. It's discrete and concluded with itself. And then the temporary foreign workers program is a broader, more immigration kind of controlled program to deal with labor movement and that kind of thing, which Canada has also been adjusting. But we are also watching that space as well, because we do know that we have persons who come up from Jamaica and elsewhere, but primarily for us, for Jamaica, who will find themselves in this complicated situation as the numbers are shifted and the program is changing. So we're watching that space as well, and in dialogue with our colleagues in Ottawa, the High Commission, which engages with the federal government on the things that are of interest to us, to see how should they adjust this, how would it affect us, and what are the kind of things that we need to be lobbying for to ensure that the persons from Jamaica who benefit from those programs are not completely put out. We want to make sure that we're on Jamaica's side on that front.
And that's a good thing that you brought up, because as I said, I saw that in the news and I said to myself, will that program be affected? So you clarifying and clearing that up is a good thing, sir.
Definitely. What we are working to do with the Jamaica Liaison Service and the High Commission is to ensure that we have more spaces and more opportunities for farm workers. So in essence, how we do that is that we build relationships with the farmers, agricultural sector, so that they can create spots and opportunities. And they'll say, yeah, I want to take 10 more Jamaican farmers on the program, and that way we expand the program and we give more space for persons to be able to come up from Jamaica to participate in the program. And it's been a very successful program, and I can tell you the teams of people that I have spoken to, they love our Jamaican workers. We work hard, we're disciplined, we do well, we come back. There are people who have been on that program for 10, 20 years, put their children through school, through college, based on being a part of the farm work program. And they often develop a very good relationship with their employers. Some of them say they are treated like family. It's a good program, and we have a lot of work to ensure that it stays well. Where there are issues and there are kinks and things are identified, we take those behind the scenes and go and get those sorted out so that we can ensure that the program continues to bring benefit for the people of Jamaica.
And that is a wonderful thing. So we 100% kudos to you, sir. It is such a great job that you're doing. Another great thing that you're doing is that you're having this business networking event tomorrow. And I just want to definitely highlight that because, you know, it is one thing, of course, to, you know, do work, but also it's another thing to make sure that you do work and do it well. So 100%, this is going to be tomorrow, October the 2nd. Can you believe October is here already?
It's here, it's October. We are feeling it because it started to get chilly just right now today.
Right now. It's my birthday month, but I'm being a total Scorpio. I celebrate the whole month. That's just enoughness in me. But neither here nor there.
But definitely, this is definitely one of the things that we're also trying to do because, you know, we have a lot of Jamaicans here. Our Jamaican family is very busy, entrepreneurial. You know how we are. We are hustlers. We like to put something out there, get an idea going, do a business, and we want to see how we can support our especially small businesses in a better way to ensure that they can thrive and sustain and grow and make the connections and all of that thing. So we are hosting this business networking event tomorrow evening. As you say, it's free of charge. It will be at the consulate, and we're gonna have some entertainment, some food, but really it is an opportunity for persons to come in, find other persons who are there, register themselves with us so that we know who are out there doing which business, and we can help to create a nice environment where persons can get connected to other persons and get their businesses growing. Just today, I was actually at a meeting in Little Jamaica, right down on Eglinton, and that's part of what we're also trying to do there too, to support those businesses and that community to revitalize and to bring back the days when, you know, Little Jamaica was the hub of everything.
I know.
So we want to work with our Jamaican businesses and ensure that the people are growing, thriving, and doing well and passing on their wealth and their success as a legacy to the generations to come thereafter. Right here in Toronto, we didn't come here to just dilly-dally, no? We came here to be successful. And once the Jamaicans are here, we're going to make sure that we're successful. And so the consulate is here to support in whatever way we can.
And so this is tomorrow, Thursday, and it is totally free, as we said. So you don't have to wear no gown or nothing.
No, man, no gown, no suit, no nothing. Come as you are. Come as you are. And I mean, it really is going to be a fantastic time, very relaxed atmosphere to come. Bring your contact information. You know, if you don't even have a business card, maybe you have one of those apps that now people have. They now have the QR. Everybody's doing that one. Or if you don't even have that, just write down your phone number on some whole heap of paper and your email and your Instagram link. And you're going to come and be ready to just connect with other people who might be in the same space that you are in. Or maybe they're doing a kind of business which would be, you know, a partnering kind of thing that you would also say, you know, they're doing that part, I'm doing this part, and we can grow together. So come out and make those connections, find out what is happening, showcase what you're doing, talk to other people who are there. And that's how these things grow. Don't think that you're going to grow just by yourself, hiding in your own corner, or that you're going to grow by yourself by fighting off everybody else.
Yes.
So you come together and you find the synergies and the connections and such that we grow together. We want this to be a tide that lifts all the boats. And not just some people.
I never heard that. Tide that lifts all
man, you want the rising tide to lift everybody at the same time. We're not in any more crab in the barrel situation.
Right.
We're all going to be united together to lift our community up.
Exactly. And that's such a great thing. And the other thing that you have, and I will have you back to talk about this a little bit more, of course, it is the Impact Award that is coming up on the 24th
of October.
Of October. October has everything, my friend.
Everything is happening in October. It's going to be a fantastic event. A fantastic event. You know that there's so many people here in our community who have been, you know, giving of themselves, working hard, putting in those extra hours to support our people, to showcase Jamaica's culture,
Right.
to look out for those who have been falling behind. We have people who started, seniors care clubs, and people who started after school, looking after children, helping them to get through. You have people who have been doing so many things for so long, and we want to celebrate the persons in our community who have been giving of themselves and giving services to uplift the community. And we had an open nomination process earlier in the summer, or just before summer, and persons nominated 40 odd people. And then we had a judging panel independent of the consulate. So it's not me selecting these people, it's leaders from the community. And they did their math and reviews and everything, and they came up with our 5 winners who are going to be awarded the Jamaica Diaspora Impact Award on the 24th. It's going to be a fantastic gala. You can go on to Eventbrite and get the tickets right there. Just search for Jamaican Consulate. Or, of course, you can go on our Instagram and you'll see the links at some of the posts that we have put out about coming out to celebrate these winners. A lot of people know Marcia Brown, for example, who does all the plays. And they don't know that along with the plays, she's also doing philanthropy, doing the play, raising money, giving scholarship to kids. So she's one of the awardees, for example.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, definitely. We have educators, people. I mean, when you hear the stories of what they have been doing, your heart just going to swell with pride to say, yeah, man, it's a Jamaican Day. We love each other and we support each other. So come out, everybody, and let's just celebrate these people and have a wonderful time just doing that.
Exactly. And that's great because I know Marcia Brown personally, and it was great she actually, I've done the acting stint and she played my mom. Well, we've acted together in a couple of films, and some plays. So I love her. She's an amazing actress. So I'd love to see that.
Trust me. 100%. And she's also carrying our culture forward, which is so important for our next generation. You don't want, the children and grandchildren to now wonder, oh, what is this thing about Duppy? They don't even know what name Duppy. You know what I mean? You don't want your culture to disappear. You want to hold your Canadian identity, but you must also retain your own national heritage and cultural identity, even while being Jamaican. As I always tell people, it's great to be Jamaican. If you're Canadian, same time, it's good to be Jamaican Canadian. Nobody can eat you over that. You can't lose your Jamaican-ness, and you have to celebrate that all the time.
Right. And there's one person on Instagram that actually asked, and the question was, how do you support the community as you move forward?
Well, we're going to do all the different things that we can. We are open to getting ideas for things that are going on. One thing that we're going to be doing, for example, is that we're taking our services out on the street. We did one before in Brampton. We did one in Hamilton. And this coming October 11, we're going out to Durham. We'll be in Usher. We are taking the consulate there. We have brought some other partners on board, and they'll be out there having their booths and everything. You can come to that one, do the services, get the passport, citizenship, all the different things done right there, plus some other services from other people. We're also trying to, of course, make sure that we are finding out what exactly is really going on. How can we connect our people to the services that they need to thrive and survive and to do better? We want to hear the ideas that people have and see how we can continue to advocate for the things that are important to them. So, for example, everybody's talking about Little Jamaica and what has happened with this Metrolinx railroad that has been coming and can't come. So we want to jump in there and keep that advocacy up to say, look here, we need to get this thing up and running because people want it. We want to talk about what we hear about. We heard these big stories going on the other day about the missing boys who were going missing. So that's the kind of thing we jump on, and we partner with the community organizations like the Jamaican Canadian Association, and we engage with the different councillors and mayors and MPPs and whatnot to say these things need to be addressed. What is happening here? We contact the police. Those are the kind of things that we jump in to try and do. Same thing with the business sector. We know that persons are facing difficulty as small businesses and so forth, and we lobby and talk to the different officials to say, what about grants? What about finding ways to support these communities? Do you have any, special programs, and how do we connect people into that? And we need to create that space and give that forum where people are able to get the information that they need to do the things that they want to do and get ahead. And that's why we're having, for example, that event tomorrow.
Of course. And that's going to be a wonderful event. No gowns needed. Leave the gown until the 24th.
I mean, I would tell you wear your t-shirt and your marina, but then I think it's not going to be the temperature that will facilitate that. You might need long sleeve.
Exactly. It's a totally free event. So just please give out the address one more time, Consul General.
Definitely.
We're going to the address and and the time.
We are definitely going to be on. We are at the consulate, 303 Eglinton Avenue East. That's just right by Mount Pleasant Avenue and Eglinton. You can come in. We're starting at about 5 o'clock. So come at 5, first dibs and get your first space where you want to be. And we'll be there until about 8, just engaging with each other, sharing that information. You can come absolutely free. You can come with your too long hand, as they say, but just come with that spirit to be engaged and to meet other people and to share your story and your information with them and see where you find synergies and where you find some ideas and maybe where you might find some new business opportunities that you can do right there. We have entertainment that's gonna be there as well, various singers and some music and some food, and of course your next guest that you have here with Duane Stephenson is here from Jamaica, and he will be there. So, make sure that you all come out. It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be a great time. And we're so appreciative that you came on today, sir, because you know what, as I said, when we actually get into the community and how it is that we can be served, you find that great things happen. And so a lot of times it's not big, huge events. Sometimes it's just a small, intimate ones like the ones tomorrow, right?
Definitely. In fact, those are sometimes even better. When you have a big 500 people event in a big hall, you can't find nobody, but you are in a nice little room with, 50 other people.
Right.
Then you find 3 people right there. You could find a business associate. You could find a new supplier. You could find a new contract. Come out, and you can never know what you might find. And even if you just come, you just have some fun, a wonderful evening to do.
And how can they reach you online, sir, or through phone numbers in terms of, reaching out to the consulate office?
Certainly, you can get us at 416 598 3008 or 416 598 2064. And of course, you can find us online. jcgtoronto.ca is our website. And if you go on Instagram, we are on CG Jam Toronto, Consulate General Jamaica, Toronto, CG Jam Toronto on Instagram. And if you, of course, you go on LinkedIn or you go on Facebook, any of the platforms that you go on, just type Consulate and Jamaica and it will definitely pop up and you'll be able to find us. We're looking forward to have you connect with us too, because if you get on our mailing list, we often, every week, we share a long list of all the different community activities, events, etc., that we know are going on and opportunities that are going on. Sandy, there's another one that I need to talk to you about next time I come on, which is called the Grace Kennedy Birthright Program. And it is targeted at 2nd and 3rd generation Jamaicans. So not people who are born in Jamaica, the children of people born in Jamaica who are here and want to connect to their roots. Maybe they are finishing high school or college. They can apply, and Grace Kennedy will take them to Jamaica completely free of charge for the entire summer, give them a job with pay in a field that they like, as well as a heap of excursions and excitement. I'm going to start putting out information on that one as well. So if you know children of children who want to go and get in touch with their Jamaican roots, that is a great program to be on. It is so, all the ones who go on it, when they come back, they say, oh my God, I didn't want to come back. So
that's a great thing. That's a really good thing, Mr. Davis, because the fact is, as I'm stating, and I'm while talking to you, the amount of things that you guys help with at the Consul General is just amazing. So, folks, it's not just passport; it is everything, every aspect of life, from birth to all senior years. So, if you need assistance, please reach out to them.
Reach out to us. We are ready to support, ready to do what we can. It's from birth to death. You can say it, because even as somebody has passed away, sometimes we are the ones who have to jump in to assist, getting remains back to Jamaica. I've done all kind of things, right? So we are here to support you in all these different ways as much as we can. So thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, sir.
Reach out to us anytime. Your consulate is here to serve you.
Oh, I am so appreciative. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you at the next party. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Course. You and your wife shaking the legs sometime. I love that. Continue doing that, okay? This is how you stay young. Keep shaking that leg, sir, with the wife.
Definitely. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And that, of course, is Mr. Davis. And it was such a nice pleasure to have met him and his wife and the rest of the team at the Consul General. Of course, we're so thankful. But as he stated, we have our next guest. And so, when I told folks that Mr. Stephenson was going to be come on, they're like, really? You have? I'm like, listen, I don't lie. I am not lying, because I do have him right here. How you doing, Mr. Stephenson? How you doing?
I'm good. I can't complain. All is well.
Oh, good. Thank you so much. So Mr. Davis is still here. I'm going to add him to the call. Mr. Davis, here you go. So there is Mr. Stephenson. I just lost you, sir.
I hope you're ready for this nice Toronto chill doing.
I've seen warmer days, but I've been here in winter.
So you know how it goes.
The weather is still good.
You know how it got in.
Yeah.
I love it.
Definitely.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Davis. I
Take care.
appreciate it.
Looking forward to seeing you. Have a good one.
All right,
Thank
thank
you
you,
very
sir.
much, man.
Now, Miss Duane, if that's okay for me to call you that, I am
Oh,
so
no
grateful
problem.
that you're here. I'm so grateful that you're here and appreciate it. When I told my friends that I had you on the show, they're like, "Really? Can you please connect me? I have like 50 connects to give you. How are you doing? How was the flight from? You were coming from Jamaica straight to here,
Yeah,
correct?
I'm coming from Kingston. I flew out of
Oh, right,
Kingston earlier today.
right.
I mean, the flight was comfortable, you know, it's comfortable. For some strange reason, it seemed to take a little bit longer. But
Really?
you know, yeah, it's a comfortable flight, you know what I mean? So all is well.
All is well, and that's good. So I am, of course, so grateful that you're here on the Daily Grind, and it is good to have you here because you are
Thank
known
you.
for your prolific words, for your soothing voice. How does it make you feel to know that Toronto welcomes you so much?
You know, I consider myself very grateful for the opportunity for always coming to these places and, you know, singing for the people because without support of them, then there was no way I would have been as far as I am today in my career, you know.
Of course,
And it's been a long while since I've been here. The last time I came here was possibly 10 years ago.
right.
You know what I mean? So a lot has happened since then. A lot more music has happened since then, and this is just a good opportunity. And this also brings out a different vibe. You know what I mean? We can
Right,
actually come sit in and just listen to some good tune. You know
right,
what I
and
mean? So
that's
it's
that's
not like
good.
it's necessarily like the boom 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 and just dance kind of vibe. It's
Yeah.
good.
Which is good. All of it works, right? But sometimes
Yeah,
you need to
man.
do the other side. So
Yeah,
you're
man.
doing this show. You're going to be appearing at the business experience tomorrow
Yeah.
for this. And then you also have a big event on Friday. So tell us a bit about the show that is happening on Friday.
Well, the show on Friday is basically the main reason for being here. As I say, it's classic reggae, so it's a little bit different in terms of how we are going about it. You know, what I mean, it's a nice sit down vibe where we're actually performing a full live concert with the band and everything. And of course, I'll be joined by good friends like Maki and of course Escaliva, a man that I've been working with for
Right.
many years, and a young man Maclean that has been doing some great music. You know, I got an opportunity to, I was sent some of his music and everything. I'm quite impressed. And I mean, it's always good to see the younger youths that really taking up the mantle and doing very good music, good wholesome music. You know what I mean? So
Right. And
based
that
on
is
that,
good.
I anticipate that it's going to be definitely a great evening of roots reggae music.
Well, the good thing is, sir, as I said, when I mentioned your name to folks here in Toronto, as well as folks, I was on my show today in the States, and everybody tuned in. They were all listening to see where you were going to be because they're
Yeah.
just so amazed by the type of work that you put out. Well, how does it make you feel knowing that people are just, looking at you as a leader in this business?
I'm humbled by it. I'm humbled by it. I say, I keep telling people that the reason why I have to do the song to do is because I'm easily embarrassed, and I wouldn't want to do anything that when you hear on the radio, you have to run and hide. You know what I mean? I believe in family music. That's how I grew up. That's what I know. That's what
Right.
most of the elders that I look up to used to sing, and I don't plan to change that. But it's nice when you can, put the vibe that your natural aura in the music, your stories, your experiences in music, and people accept it for what it is. So, it for me, it's nothing more short of just humbling.
Right. Oh, and that's nice. And that's a good way to look at it because the fact is, as I said, folks are looking to you for, yeah, as a mentor, right? So when you actually sing
Mm.
something, they look to you to say, okay, the words that are coming out of your mouth is 100% serious. No, my favorite song from you, of course, is From a Little Cottage in the Grill. What
Yeah.
inspired you? I was like singing that along the whole day. When something hits in your head, Dwayne, and it
Yeah.
doesn't live, what
Well,
inspired you to write that
firstly,
song?
no, I didn't write that song. That song
Oh,
was written
really?
by a great Jamaican singer-songwriter. One of the guys that I look up to, which is Tyrone Taylor.
Okay.
Strange enough, the first time that I was performing that song live, he was actually in the venue,
Oh,
in the
really?
grill. Yeah, in the grill. Myself, we had a concert. I think one of our first music concerts in Jamaica. It was myself, Taurus, and Etana, and he was actually in the building. So I met him,
Nice.
and of course, I heard a lot about him and stuff from Dean.
Right.
Dean did all the music for the thing, but it was just a song that I grew up loving. So Dean has a thing about when you're doing an album. He has said always leave one or two spots to reintroduce great Jamaican classic to a new era, an audience. So that basically was what that song was really about. You know what I mean? So that song was actually originally performed, and I
Right.
said, written by Tyrone Taylor.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was a nice thing to have the person
Yeah,
who wrote the
man.
song in the
Yeah,
audience, right? You must
listen.
have like really felt special.
Most definitely because I'm a
Yeah.
fan of the man. I'm a fan of the man.
Yes.
Um, I absolutely love Tyrone Taylor as a vocalist and as an artist and even as a
Right.
writer. He embodied what the whole Negro vibe was about. You know what I mean?
Right. So it's
Rain in the
nice.
sunset at open palace in the grill. All of those songs is songs that I love growing up, man.
Oh,
Love, love, love.
nice. I love that. But I think your voice adds a lot to it. So, a lot of times you have great writing, but if the voice and the emotion doesn't go with it, it definitely wouldn't fly as a great song. And you've certainly done
No,
that.
I
So
think
we
it's
appreciate
because
that.
of the sheer joy
Yeah.
that I get performing the song, so it comes out in it.
Of course, and we appreciate that. Now, you said on Friday you're having this thing, and once again, as I stated, and Escaliva, I saw him at
Yeah.
the Reggae North Awards on Sunday. So it was just nice to know that all of these great guys that are going to be there with you. I mean, really and
Yeah,
truly,
man.
Duane, how does that really kind of hit you in the heart?
Whenever you get an opportunity to perform around, people that you love and appreciate, man, it makes the job so much easier. You get to share the joy in sharing the stage. And in doing so, I think it just adds a different element for the masses, the
Right,
fans out there, the people attending the show to enjoy. Because music is love and love is life. So if you enjoy the song, that means we're spreading love around in the place, you know what I mean? And that's what we want ultimately. And I mean, people know that they can always come out to our concerts and leave and go to church in the morning and knowing that you didn't sing the night before, you know what I mean? So it's good.
exactly. You did good. It wasn't no bad
Yeah,
secular song, right? It was a
exactly.
good. It was a
It
good
was
thing.
just a great vibe,
It
evening
was
well
a
spent.
even was. I will definitely be there, sir, to check it out on
I
Friday
look
because
forward. I look
I
forward.
would. It looks like something that is going to be soothing, calming, relaxing,
Most
very
definitely.
classy, right? Very classy. Now, what are you working on these days? Because I know you're
Well, I
always in
have
the
an
studio.
album that just came out. We're at the back end of the of the promotion. We're a little bit late with promotions, but that's because I was out for about a month and a half on the road doing shows and stuff like that. But the album is called Weekend Dude, so you can check it out. Or you can just send me. I'll send you a link and you can check it out. So you can always, just lock into that. Plus, I had for the first time in many years, I put out an actual production of a rhythm driven track. And
Right.
that's something else that I can actually tune into. It's
Of
called
course.
Rockers Corner Rhythm. So, I've been doing a lot of music since of recent. A lot of it
Yes.
started during the COVID, and it just happened to just end runabout. Now we get a chance to
To
get
kind of
music
get
out
back to
here.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
you
that's
can just
good.
check out We Can Do the album and the single.
Okay. Of course, I'll definitely check that out, and I can always, have that and have it on the radio shows that I'm on. So I'd certainly love to have that
Yeah,
as
man.
a resource in my pocket. Now the thing is, Duane, tomorrow you're here doing this show. Friday you're here. Any plans to come back soon after you go back home?
Well, hopefully, definitely. I don't intend to disappear 10 years again. You know what I mean?
All right.
The objective is to come around and spread the love around, and go to other places. And Kenya is a big country, and there's a lot to do here. And I'd like to explore a little bit more than I've been doing for the past couple of years.
Of course. Will you be going to the US anytime soon or anywhere else around Europe or anywhere around the world?
Well, next month, no, the end of this month, sorry. The end of this month, again, I'll be heading off to Belize. And
Wow.
after Belize, then I head into Roatan, which is Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
And no, and then I have one or two things to do back in Jamaica. So there's always something going on, and as I say, I'm grateful for that. I will
Of
be in the
course.
US in another month in Tampa,
Right.
so if you can just look out for that.
Definitely. And so where can folks reach you online, Duane, to kind of
Well,
connect with you?
the most active place would be on Instagram, Duane Stephenson Reggae, or DuaneStevensonReggae.com, or Duane Stephenson Facebook, you know what I mean?
Right.
So any one of those mediums you can always, check out, or, the Rhythm Agency for booking.
Right, 100%. Because as I said at the
Yes,
top of the
sir.
interview, the conversation, when I told folks that I was going to be talking to you, trust me, I really, truly, I will reach out to your manager. I have at least 3 people who said, please, can I just have a little quick I was like, listen, I'm not, but it was nice to see that people really
Thank you.
respect you in the industry. So we're so appreciative that you came by the show today. Any last words before I let you go to the folks who are going to be at the show on Friday, or even just the
Um,
young singers coming up?
well, for young singers coming up, I always tell them the same thing. Listen, the one thing that you can come to the table with, you're sure no one else will turn up with, is yourself. Be yourself. Be original. You understand? Because while other people can try, they can never duplicate you, your experiences, your ideas, your
Right.
essence, all of that will be original only to you like a DNA. So just work with that and put in the work that's necessary, and
Yes,
educate yourself, especially in the business, because the more success, the bigger the contracts get.
of course.
You know what
So
I
true.
mean? And
I'm going to
you
write that
want,
down.
yeah,
The more
exactly. So
success, the
it
bigger the
sounds corny,
contract.
but just know that the bigger
No,
the
but it's
success, the
good.
bigger the money, the bigger the contract get. You know what I mean? And just big up massive, of course, thanks for supporting the music, not only myself, but
Yes,
reggae music on a whole. And also the people looking to come out on Friday night. If you're on the borderline right now, come off the borderline and come to the show.
of course.
You
It's
know what I
going to
mean?
just
And for the
don't
ones
be on
that
the
have their ticket
borderline.
already, it's going to be a
Yes,
great show, an evening of difference, an evening of excellence, an evening of live music with good
right.
friends. So you're in the right place. You know what I mean? So I'm tune in. I miss a European. God, this is a session I got time. I miss it. Cool runnings. I know Toronto organize. Come in, man.
Of course, and that's a really good thing. Thank you so very much, Duane.
Thanks for having
As
me.
I stated, your show is going to be really nice. It's going to be so soothing, so relaxing, a
Most
classy night.
definitely.
Things that I love, things that are, in person and personal, and just makes you
Yeah.
feel really appreciated when you leave. So we appreciate you here in Toronto, and of course, I am quite sure that you'll be back sometime soon. Correct?
Most
Maybe not
definitely.
in the winter time.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, Maybe not Sandy. Trust me, I feel the same way." Bye, Dwayne. Thank you so very
Big
kindly.
up
I will
yourself,
see you.
Sandy.
Thank
No,
you so
right
very
now.
much. I'll see you on Friday. Okay. And of course, that was the one and only Dwayne Stevenson. I'm telling you, it is going to be a good thing. Make sure that you go out to the show. He has amazing people who are going to be coming out to this show. And so when you come to the show, you'll see him, you'll see Escoliva, you'll see a bunch of other acts. So 100% make sure that you come to the show on Friday. I will be there myself. So that is the show for tonight. It has been one heck of a time. I feel like I haven't been here for a while. I have not. Things were just quite busy, but we're back on track. The other big news, of course, is that Mr. Vibes Cartel will be coming to Toronto, brought to us by Drake OVO Fest. I do believe it's the 26th and the 27th. So Toronto has gone crazy. Everybody's trying to, sell a kidney if they can for a ticket or two. So we shall see what happens if Miss Daly gets to go. I'll try. Anyways, that's the show for tonight. Be good, behave yourselves, and don't do anything that I wouldn't do. So take care till next time. Bye bye, guys. Okay, take it easy.